Hey everybody, welcome back to Azure Plays More Chrono Trigger, where this time around we're going to tackle the Dimensional Vortex in the present. This one is actually next to Crono's house, which is odd because whenever you start a new game, you just see it right in the present. It's a little distracting. I don't know why they place it there, but it does make it so you can't just access it right away. You need the epic in order to get up here to begin with. So, might as well just head right on in. And this time around, we got kind of an orangey backdrop, which makes a little bit more sense considering the other two we just dealt with. This one is not too hard to figure out. Just make sure to not touch any things that make any of the noise so we don't have to do any of the encounters here. And we are good to go. So just don't bother with the cheese. Don't bother with the save point because the save point makes noise and we have to fight another enemy if we do. So just not bother with that. Good there. And for some reason, this one is a new area that uses the Future Ruins music. It's a little wonky per se. But we do get to fight enemies that we fought before in the Lost Sanctum, so all we really gotta do is just hit them a couple times and they go down. No big deal there. There we go. There's no special treasures in this area either, so we can avoid pretty much all the encounters here if we really wanted to. There's really no reason to bother fighting anything and just go along, go underneath here, which is kind of cool that we actually get to go underneath the waterfall for something. Because I don't think we actually did that in the main game proper, so it's kind of neat that they added that little bit of a touch to just an area. Nothing too special still, but it's kind of neat to see like a transparency layer like that. There we go. And that was pretty much that extra area. Nothing too fancy there. There we go. This one is not too hard either. We just go along. I believe we have one force encounter right over. Nope, I avoided it. Never mind. And then, whoop, that one's pretty easy too. All right. This, on the other hand, it's odd that we get to do a side quest area like this, but this one is just a gauntlet of enemies, so nothing too special here. And the fact that I still get the shield spheres and barrier spheres from this because it just uses those exact encounters and those exact coded things. We get the exact items that they had. Just weird, but still useful. There we go. Punch it. Attack. I remember going through here and just using the magic constantly because I just was not doing enough damage. Now I can just sit here and just spam attacks. Shows like a very big power progression in a sense. Aside from the fact that Robo's just doing a ton of damage without me having to heal him constantly, so that's also nice. There we go. Couple more to go. I could just use Luminaire and end it, but everybody's doing so much damage now with all the extra little goodies I gave them. Like, Frog's still, yeah, not very tough per se, but now that he can actually do over 1,000 damage on a critical, that's kind of nice. I like that I get to do the grinding belt in the Dimensional Vortex, so I still technically could use that for grinding if I want to go through the Dimensional Vortex again and again. But you really gonna make me do the sneaking minigame? Okay. I like the fact that I get... Oh. Wow, you actually even get the mid potions too. Oh man, that's fine. It'd be weird if you could actually hit this switch and go in there, but unfortunately I can't. Hello. Bye-bye. I feel like I could do a lot more damage than that by doing the knockout animation. I feel like I would just murder them now. All right, go to left to leave, right to use a shelter, and up forward to get to the new area. The new area is the volcano. Basically, it's just a cave, but with red and lava, which is kind of neat. Just head forward over here. We get some rats that we could fight, which I'm going to... yeah, just sneak on by really quick. I wish I could go that way, but there's lava there. So what I gotta do is I gotta go over this way. Head down and around, and we get a new enemy to deal with. This fire. The fireball is kind of a dangerous enemy because it could just murder you outright if you're not careful. So I am going to do a lot of water damage. In the meantime, I'm gonna have Robo kill everything else. Yep, ow. Yep. That could potentially be bad, but right now, not really. There you go, not a big deal. Go up and around. I want to go up in here really quick because I want to grab you, Taz and Athenian water, as well as another Master's Crown. If I wanted to boost the damage on somebody again, that'd be nice. Problem is I'm kind of running out of people to give that to. I mean, I could give it to you, but I would rather have you preventing status elements. Everybody else has haste helms, which honestly, I'd rather have a haste helm over doing slightly more damage because I have the Nova armor. I could just use the Nova armor. I could put that on, just have more defenses. There's a lot of things you could do. So many different ways you could do it. You could boost the damage on Magus if you wanted to, just have him do a little bit more damage that way. There's a lot of options. Either way, we have another new enemy right over here. The Red Gauge does a lot of damage. It can do a lot of damage per se, but all we really need to do is just do water on him and then just kind of hit him in the face constantly with a bunch of other stuff. He is weak to water and we'll counter our flare. So as long as we just do enough damage to kill him, we're good to go. That's all that's necessary. So what I want to do is I actually want to sneak by over here really quick and grab this, which gives us a strength capsule, which I don't need those anymore. And there's a hidden little goodie spot over here, which leads into another reused asset area, but that has a chest on it, which has the Dream Reaper. The Dream Reaper is Magus's pretty much ultimate weapon at this point. Damage times 4 for critical hits. It brings his strength up pretty dang high, and he does so much damage on a critical hit. His critical hit chance is kind of low, but the option is there. It just depends on if you want to have Golden Stud or a Dragon's Tear. Just whatever you want to do. If you want him to be doing more attacks, if you want him to... He's a variable character. You could use either or. I'm gonna just sneak on by so I don't get encountered by that Red Gauge again. Gotta go up this way over here. Sneak on by. You can go right up in here. We have some fireballs, which I could just avoid. There's no point in fighting them. Go over here. Fight some rats. Which in this case, I'm just going to do a little bit of, where are you? Mega Vault. That should be more than enough. Bye-bye. Alright, continuing forward. Go down. Another down. Have another Red Gauge coming up right over here. Just a little bit annoying, but I'm going to do a little bit of an electrocute, and then we're just going to do a sword stream, and that should be more than enough. Ow. There we go. Down and over. Some more fireballs, not even gonna bother. Down and over. Get to this room over here. A little bit of a precarious bridge, which you go up. You can fight those things, which, yeah, might as well. All right, that's one down, and that's two down. They go by so quickly now. They're like, they were a threat before, but they're not now. It's just weird. But yeah, we're gonna go up. We're gonna go up again, and then over and down. Go over to the left over here, just leads to nothing, which is weird. You think there'd be something there because they give you the effort of doing that. Go up this ladder over here, and one more ladder, which leads us to another strength capsule. So if you haven't maxed out on strength, you kind of have some options going on. Hello, enemies, which I'm gonna go over and, can I? Ah, so close, so close. That's fine. You know what? I'm just gonna do a little bit of, yeah, electrocute is fine. I'll just attack with everybody else. Just because it's a small little moment of I'm not sure what to do on my menuing made them all attack, even though I had haste helms on. There we go. Down and around, which gives us an elixir. Up and over, another up, and another up into here. Which this gives us a little bit of a switch. If we hit this switch, it makes a lot of noise happen. But as you can tell, this area now doesn't have lava in it. I didn't mean to actually do that. That's totally fine. I can probably get a critical. Yep. All right, that kind of ended it for me. There we go. Go up. And now since the lava is gone, we can actually go down this ladder over here. It's not totally gone because we need to make like a little bit more space, but we have this one over here we can hit. Crater surveillance ladder. Press the switch. Yes. There we go. And that should give us another ladder in another location. We just got to go around and go to it. A little bit of a hassle, but not too big of a deal. Just go over here. Avoid this fire that... Okay. I somehow avoided that fire that appeared. Over here. And we got to fight this thing again. Should be fine. I could just punch it a couple times. There we go. Through here. And where be my new ladder? Hello, fireballs. There's my new ladder. Right? Really? What the heck was that detection? This is fine. One. 2. 3. And 4. There we go. Down our new ladder. Grab this, which is a high potion. Nothing too fancy there. But we go through here. And we have a fire that we can just avoid. I like that they put that like little alcove so you can just go like whoop straight down and around it. Unfortunately, not done yet. Got 2 enemies to deal with. I'm gonna see if I can get a critical hit on that one. Just sword stream on one, critical hit on the other maybe. Ow. Okay, no critical. Okay, critical on the one I hit, that's fine. And there we go. Frog just walked over the lava. That's totally fine. All right, we go through here. And we get to another area. This time around, to use a shelter. One of them was Marl. One of them was Luca. Who do you think the last one's gonna be? Stay right where you are. You're... Dalton, you are still alive. It's been quite some time, hasn't it? Did I startle you with my brilliant reappearance? Not even a little? Well, who asked you? If it weren't for you, I'd been the ruler of an age all my own. You robbed me of everything I worked so hard for. My wealth, my home, my loyal underlings. You took it all away. It's unforgivable. So come on, have a taste of the suffering I've endured because of you. Once King Dawn, he has 26,000 HP, and he's actually probably harder than all the shades, honestly. But he's still pretty easy to take down. He's not that hard of a fight. He doesn't really do too much damage. He does have Iron Sphere though, which does remove half your HP, which can be a bother if he ever does that. But I rarely, if ever, see it, honestly. He does have physical attacks as well, but most of his stuff is just elemental damage. He does have a single element damage attack for each element. So if you're not covered with magic defenses, you could have some issues there. But if you have magic defenses, you're pretty much fine. The worst thing is, he does have MP Buster, which can remove all your MP. So if you are relying on techs, you might need to be recovering now with elixirs, turbo ethers, whatever you got. But you also want to be wary of how much damage you're doing, because the moment he gets low enough, he's going to do Violent Belch, which is just the I'm dying attack that he always does, where he'll just do an upwards of maybe 300, 400 damage on your characters. It could be dicey, but if you have a lot of defenses, it's really not going to do much of anything. I think that's enough for today, but don't you dare think this is settled. Just you wait, Chrono. I'll raise the greatest army the world has ever seen and pour. and use this to wipe your pitiful little kingdom off the map. Should such a day come, we shall be there to stop you. Farewell. All right, let's continue forward. I like that little bit of a setup towards Chrono Cross because there is stuff that happens related to that never really got explained in Chrono Cross, but this little addition kind of helps a little bit to kind of bridge the gap. Otherwise, Sir Chrono, is something troubling you? Because you know Chrono can't say I have to go. Chrono is required for this battle. Something beckons you. Yes, so for this battle, I'm actually going to have... Who do I want for this battle? I do want a healer. I also just want to punch him in the face. So, instead of Frog, I think Frog might not be as useful here. Would like some good stuff going on. How about... Because I'm not going to be using any text with Robo anymore. Let's see here. I could... Here's Falcon Strike. Otherwise, I'm probably just going to be attacking outright. Who? Just have Magus. Why not? There we go. It doesn't matter who I have. Identity analysis complete. This is a different Chrono from the one we know. Hostility detected. It is of no consequence to me whether you are Chrono or fake. Raise your weapon against me and you sign away your life. The Steel Shade has the most HP out of all of them. It has 20,000. It's immune to light, but it's weak to shadow, which is why I have Magus in my party at the moment. It has Gash and Rend as its attacks, which are also counter abilities. They're both physical, so you don't have to worry too much about that, but its Rend can do almost like half your health, depending on your defenses at that point. It also has Energy Blast, but it can also counter with this move as well. That's just lightning-based damage on a single target. It also has Scintillation and Thunderfall, which are both lightning all-based attacks on everybody. So if you have the white plates, you're fine. Otherwise, I already have more than enough magic defense as it is. And I'm pretty high level as well, so I don't have to worry about it too much. If you have Ayla in your party, you could charm the Prism Spectacles, which I honestly do recommend if you don't have enough of those, because they are kind of hard to come by, and pretty much you gotta go through the entire game to get another set anyway. So if you want more, the option is there. Past that though, just make sure you're doing shadow damage, and if you have good strong attacks, like with Robo, I'm just doing constant 999s, maybe if I get it off, and Chrono's just doing constant criticals. So he will go down in just a couple turns. I'm not really too worried. I could probably auto this entire battle, and I won't even have to heal. This fight shouldn't last too much longer. I think maybe like 1 or 2 more Dark Matters ought to do it. But if Robo does get that critical, there we go. Oh, we got a counter on the Ren. That could be, that didn't do that much. But then I got my critical, and that ends it. Nice that Chrono ended the fight against Chrono. I never really liked how these shades just walk up to the characters all casually. I would hate that. That would be so creepy. But Chrono's Lens powers awakens, his speed, strength, and accuracy are improved. 2 of those are worthless to me, but the accuracy is kind of nice. Other than that, that's all the Dimensional Vortex content. So, next time on Azure Plays more Chrono Trigger, there's one more little extra addition that was added to this game. We'll find out what it is next time. See you all then.